FM 92.7. Today promises to be exciting because there are lots and lots and lots of issues that we have to deal with. The budget conference has ended and now they're getting straight into the debate beginning today, maybe tomorrow. They decide what they want to do because Parliament is a house of its own rules. But what do we know? We don't know anything regarding the weather. We have a woman who knows everything about the weather. She's called Felicity Hafianyo. Here we go.
Good morning and thanks for reaching out to us, the GMET forecast office. Today's forecast, we expect it to be partly cloudy over the extreme, especially those of us around the coastal strip and slightly north of the coastline, with misty and foggy conditions expected this morning over some areas within the middle and part of the coastal strip. Those in Ashanti, Western, North and part of Western region, Eastern and Volta expected to be misty this morning with reduced visibilities to about 6,000 meters. By mid-morning, we expect it to clear to sunny conditions with still some floating clouds in the sky. For the Bono, Oti, into the Savannah, northern region, upper east, upper west, northeast, we expect it to remain cloudless, but then some portions are likely to have some high and medium clouds today. But in the afternoon will be sunny, dry, and slightly hazy. Visibilities will be still good, but not too good. We expect it to range between 7,000 and 9,000 meters over those areas. In terms of temperatures for today, we expect a maximum of 37, 39 to be recorded over the north, 34, 35 over the transition and the forest belt, 31, 33 along the coastal strip. We expect some rain and thunder formations over the southern sector. Some few places are likely to experience afternoon showers. So please, let's take precautions. In terms of the sea, the state is expected to be calm today with some clouds over the sea, possibility of producing some thunderstorms activities, but not on a larger scale. The Volta Lake is also pretty cool, but then we expect misty and foggy conditions around it. So this morning they have to be a bit careful, but then the afternoon it will become a bit okay, where we're anticipating some thundercloud formation will also be around the late afternoon into the evening hours. So let's take precautions. For those of us that may want to be in the sun, the field will feel it much hotter for the day. So we expect that we should protect ourselves with sunglasses, plain one, and then drink a lot of water. And then also we know the atmosphere is getting drier by the day as the drying of easterly winds keep invading. We expect that those of us over the north, we should try as much as possible to protect ourselves, to drink a lot of water. Our children, our eyes should be on them, should not allow them to be much exposed into the sun. So this is how we are anticipating it to be for today. We will still be updating you with our afternoon and evening forecast. Should there be the need for a drastic change in these weather conditions, we will issue the weather warning with that effect. Until we meet again tomorrow, do have a great day.
Not built in a day. Opposition will come your way. You can get it if you really want.
Felicity Haviano there. 34 minutes after 6 here on 3FM 92.7 Sunrise Morning Show. The Daily Analyst this morning says, without fear of favor, Jumfor makes bold statement on Addis Ababa conference and Mahama to abolish licensure exam according to the 2024 elections campaigns which have begun in earnest. Shun politics of religion. Catholic bishops advise politicians, and former GJ secretary elected Tain president. That's Zambaga Rufai Saminu, president of Tain KUC, Lieutenant Vice President Desmond Kofi Annan. National Defense University to begin early next year. And the Daily Guide says, change your attitude, Speaker charges the members of Parliament in a hearty photo with them, with Ken Ofori-Atta without his green bag, which some say costs about $4,000. Man jailed 20 years for pouring acid on ex-girlfriend. Mahama goofs over teachers' licensure exam. That's the banner headline on the front page of the Daily Guide. Atacha warns Electrochem saboteurs, and Theresa Kufuor has been buried. The Ghanaian Times says Ghana needs $550 billion for energy transition strategy in 40 years. President Ye targets to employ 20,000 artisans as it opens its portal for registration. We have not managed our economy well, Catholic Bishop Conference declares. That's Most Reverend James Fees, the Archbishop. Small-scale miners urged to embrace gold catcher technology to avoid environmental pollution. Salt industry can be economic game changer, Parliamentary Committee observes. And well, after the Cabinet and Parliament give Electrochem that power, they have not really monitored. People are dying there, really. Daily Graphic, EA enrolls 20,000 artisans for training. Graphic Business, Stanbic Bank, breakfast meeting tomorrow. NCA wins 2 awards at Africa Digital Economy Awards. Support proposed measures in budget. Finance Minister tells parliamentarians. Leadership failure, Ghana's bane. Alassane and Dani, Frank Edu Jr., they said that. And what's on the back page, Coach Knedu injured in Coronation Park violence and Black princesses subdue. I want you to note something. So the Ghanaian Times says, targets to employ 20,000 artisans as it opens its portal for registration. The graphic says, enrolls 20,000 artisans for training. 1 program, 2 conversations. Targets to employ and employs.
Yes, right. Connecting from the finder is also saying that YEA, as you put it, to upscale. They have used another word to upscale 20,000.
Targets to employs,
and
upscale.
then upscale.
Okay.
Upscale, not skill.
Skill.
SKILL to upscale.
I see. So which one do we take?
20,000 youth.
Targets to employ, or upskill?
Upskill. To upscale 20,000 youth and also to provide them with startup tools. That's on the front page of the Finder. And the same paper says EcoBank and African Guarantee Fund signed $200 million deal to boost SME lending. Access Bank Ghana wins SME Friendly Bank of the Year award, and National Petroleum Authority and the Ghana Standards Authority reduce manganese in petrol in response to consumer complaints. And Sege Field Probe Mines and Energy Committee engages Electrochem. That's on the front page of the Finder. The new independent, fair, firm, and balanced Monday edition is saying we'll make STEM gateway to Ghana's education. That's according to Education Minister. And Ghana is in a pitiful economic state. John Mahama speaking there. The front page of the Independence. We have one here, Johnny, is Adansier. Adansier proof. Adansier
evidence.
Says, teacher licensure exams is needless. I will scrap it. John Mahama still speaking. That's it.
Okay. Well, let's see what goes on there. And this morning, I am concerned about the young people getting jobs, because these days that's the going conversation. And William, you do know that those who are not employed, they come knocking on your door as and when. For me, it is becoming one too many, knowing that you have a country that seems not to care about its young people. And if you do not prepare the young people for the future, then your country has no future, really. And for young people to be walking around this morning, for example, I know a couple of suburbs where young people wake up, they're happy that they are waking up. they see other young people going to work. They are not going anywhere. They come out, take a bit fresh air, and go back inside, and they stay inside forever because they have tried and tried and tried. They are not seeing the avenues, and the unemployment gap is widening. It's a major national security issue, as the 2014 baseline survey said. It's a major national security issue, and we need to pay attention to it. Really.
Yeah, I mean the budget. I am still looking through, trying to see the specific policies that, tackle youth unemployment. Looking at the percentage we have now, if I'm right, about 14%. This morning I was listening to the Spare Parts Association spokesperson, and he was saying that they are not happy about the fact that there were no specific, cushioning in the budget for them. And, there are a lot of young people who work with spare parts in this country because they work as mechanics. We call them fitters.
Yeah.
And if you go to Odona, you go to Abosoka, you go to Kokompe,
Mamprobi, Choko, Dansuman,
so now,
Spintex.
if your car is faulty and you're not able to buy the spare parts for this young man to work on your vehicle, then it means for some time he's not earning anything. Now you're looking at electric vehicles and you're giving them 8-year tax holiday. If what I have in the budget is what I'm saying, 8 years. But this spare parts guys are saying that the spare parts from now through next year is going to be very expensive because they don't see how they are going to balance anything to bring down the prices of spare parts. That's going to affect a lot of jobs. Because if even the young boys who work as store boys, as we call them at Abosoka, they go and sit there the whole day, they don't sell anything.
And nothing happens.
These are people who are just struggling to make a living. And so I've always said that looking forward, if you want to look at electric vehicles, we should balance it what is happening on the ground today, so that those who are alive today will keep living. But we look at the projects and we look at what is coming rather than what is here.
For me, I grew up partly in Abosoka as well, and I will tell you without mincing words that the economy in Abosoka has deteriorated.
Of course,
I mean, back in the day, you had people who came to Abosoka and they don't have shops, they don't have tabletop businesses, they don't have anything.
Just walking around, they sell things.
But they go home with a lot of money in their pockets.
Yes.
They call them the affairs. That's what we call affairs, or the middlemen, if you will. These days, it's hard. It's hard because William has a shop. Johnny is the customer. Abiam is the affairs guy. He identifies William that William wants to buy one light or wiper or something. Then he says, Charlie Bosu, and he says, open. They say, oh, paper wiper. So, then you describe it for him, or he looks at it and say, oh, wait, but goes to Abiam's shop or goes to my shop, right? And then identifies what it is, asks the price there. They say 400 cedis. Say, 450. Brings it, takes the 450, gives you the product, and then goes back. Give the 400 and give the 50.
That's
so the person who owns the shop has made profit. He has also made profit.
Yes, and that's job.
The economy there now has broken down.
Yes.
I mean, back in Abosoka, we could go around and go and pick what they call alumni and copper, right? Go and wait and make money of it. Yes. Today, where is the copper falling? Where is the alumni falling? Okpongo Alasan. Around Okpongo Alasan, where is it falling?
No, but quite frankly, when we talk about employment, we look at employment in big ways.
Tie and
These are things that young people also do to survive. Look at the number of, if you enter Odona, the young people there. So if my car has a problem for over a month, I'm hearing noises under my car. I don't have money to go and buy the parts because it's expensive. So the whole month, they will not sell that spare part that is lying in the shop.
Yeah.
And it's also a danger to me, the driver, because...
Which means that shop owner, his children, the store boys, those who pack, because it's people's specialty to come to in the morning, somebody selling car tires.
Yes.
I come, I help the person pack the tires and put them out there. And then I get something small. In the evening when the person is closing, I come and help, we pack the tires back in there.
You see?
All right? So that person is also disadvantaged. The children, wife, all the other dependents are disadvantaged. Plus those who will be the middlemen. You are like 10 people.
Yeah, and this conversation speaks to what we say about the private sector and the support they need to also create employment. Abosoka is creating a lot of jobs for young people. And they are saying that COVID-19 levy, the benchmark rates, the interest rates, the dollar rates, the foreign exchange rates and all that are hurting them so much. So government do something about it so we can continue to offer the young people some jobs. And they didn't hear anything in the budget. We are not talking about electric vehicles. I was at a conference where the ministry met some stakeholders in Accra over these electric vehicles. And I asked the question, what is the holistic approach to bringing in these vehicles? Because our roads are not too good. And besides that, if you bring these vehicles, they are supposed to come with their own parts. These Abosu-Okan guys are the ones who are going to be selling these parts.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've engaged them. The ministry has engaged them. And even if what we have in respect of these petrol cars, we are having challenges with taxes and all. After 8 years, what is going to happen if this tax holiday is over? Because electric cars, they may sound good because of environmental reasons, but they are initially expensive.
I mean, presently, how many places can you go to charge your electric vehicles?
Yes.
Now, only 2 locations.
We did the story over the week, and I'm saying that even if these batteries run for their lifetime and they're supposed to be discharged, that will be job for some people to do.
That's right.
And so, going forward, we need to look at how we can support the private sector. It's not just a word of mouth saying that they are the engine of growth. The engine is breaking down. It's breaking down.
For Bemi, oil
the
is
private
not
sector
inside.
is crying.
Somebody says oil is not inside.
Kuta is all over the place crying, and I don't know what is in this budget for them, as they've said this morning on our bulletin.
But in terms of the engagement, I mean, does officialdom listen? The engagement. Does officialdom listen to say, oh, these are the inputs that these people have made. These people are a strategic stakeholder in all of what we are doing. Because the truth of the matter is that if they decide to import, right, their spare parts, or they decide to shut down to go and be at home to go and say, we want to start Choba business, as is synonymous with a lot of Ashanti and Kwao people and now Gans, are joining in. If they decide that, well, let's shut down, monies from the port will be affected.
Of course.
Right?
That was what kind.
Freed for it's a big industry. What are you talking about?
See, now, why he is talking about upskilling 200,000 youth, I wonder if the government of the day knows how many young people work in these areas that we're talking about, spare parts industry. How many young people work there? I mean, let's try and pull out the data and see if you can find it. And so, if you are hitting that business so hard, do you know the number of young people you are hitting for you to go and also make funds available for another 200,000 youth and provide startup tools for them, where the business is already available? They say, look, give us a little cushion, let's keep employing them. We're not going to start a whole new process of upskilling and giving them startup tools, which will come at a cost to the states.
And the electric vehicles tax holiday for 8 years actually targets just those who are bringing in vehicles to do commercial
business.
So if William Esedu, John Hughes, 62 Stone Ulo, anybody goes to buy electric vehicles, we are on our own for as long as we do not use it for public transport. And that's a big problem.
You see, and they are saying themselves that the YEA is an ambitious model. This upscaling thing they're talking about, intended to provide technical training and provide each trainee with startup. Do you know if you go to Abosu-Okan and Odona, the kind of training that people are getting there?
Yeah.
Magazine
around the Odona clinic.
They're already getting.
They are fabricating stuff already.
And these are people who work with spare parts to get their training. You know that because if somebody brings the vehicle and they're supposed to fix it, they will fix those vehicles with the spare parts. They said, look, the people are not coming to fix the cars because the spare parts are too expensive.
William, there are occasions where you have car model A from maybe 1999, and then you go to the spare parts shop, and that car, because they've stopped manufacturing it, the parts are not readily available. They can find you the parts from another vehicle, right, and then adjust it and weld something to hold it, and then they fix it for you, and it works. That is skill. Right? So if you want to upskill the people, you need to target people who are already doing something and then help them to grow. Now you're not helping them to grow, you're shutting down their businesses and you're talking plenty English.
And we have evidence to prove that all these youth employment models that they put out, it is private individuals who benefit. The records are there. People have even gone to jail for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You say one youth, one laptop.
Yeah.
Agamberi's time, they brought
Yeah.
some
Laptops.
laptops.
The
And
laptop when you put it on there, the coat of
they
arms.
said they were going to help
The coat
youth
of arms stands upside
to
down.
put laptops together. Nothing happened. Then they say youth in Agric. They say you see a 75-year-old man coming as a youth because of party tickets. 65-year-old woman sweeping wearing Ghana youth employment jacket and
Youth in coastal development.
and youth in Costa, youth in this. People are just chopping money out of this.
You see,
This thing. The records are there. This is why nobody's
you
making
see a
allegations.
50-year-old youth.
Old youth, because of they will make it partisan.
Anyway, we have to go.
See old youth sweeping Accra and say youth.
Christmas is here again with us, and Volta Serene Hotel Ho offers you the very best and most relaxing Christmas